Now, hours to the governorship and House of Assembly polls, 4 political parties in Adamawa State have raised the alarm over alleged plan to rig for the All Progressives Congress candidate. They accuse the federal government agencies in the state of plans to compromise the electoral process, adding that they have lost confidence in the electoral process. Spokesman of the aggrieved parties and governorship candidate of the SDP, Umar Ado, at a press conference in Yola said, with such interference, the 4 parties have lost confidence in the entire electoral process.
Because she might have somebody back to react to the suspension, challenge her suspension. This shows that she has a backing somewhere.
National brokers in her support, then what is left?
So automatically.
I know most of you, if not all, are aware of the broadcast did by the president of the country, Muhammad Buhari, with regards to the candidacy of the APC governorship candidate, Senator Aisha Binani. The president had, in that broadcast, called upon Adamawa people to elect her and emphasize that he, as the president, and the party and the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria are by her. Ordinarily, we would have no problem with such broadcast because the president is at liberty to support the candidate of his political party. But the fallout of the broadcast is adversely affecting the credibility and integrity of the election in the following manner. First, it has turned the candidates of the APC in Adamawa State, as far as this election is concerned, into the Lord of the Manor, are leaning towards. We have seen the security agencies are at our beck and call, NBC at our beck and call, and INEC officials at our beck and call. We have it for a fact, her meetings with these agencies, virtually directing how they should conduct their affairs. We have on record 4 different meetings she held, especially with INEC officials, with SPOs, with RATEX, and other INEC officials. Now, in these meetings, although we do not have the details of these meetings, but from the sketchy reports coming to us, she seemed to have directed the postings of returning officer, election officers, presiding officers, and so on of INEC. And you know, RATEX, they are the officers of INEC that control the beavers. Now, if the candidate of a political party will be given such access to the officials that conduct this election, then there's a huge problem. And also, more devastating is that INEC itself, after 6 months of Senator Binani emerging as the candidate of the APC, she was awarded by INEC a contract for the production of governorship result sheets. Now, a governorship candidate is being awarded contract to produce governorship result sheets. Although the contract is to the tune of over 434 million naira. Gentlemen of the press, good afternoon. We are calling this press conference to discuss serious issues regarding the forthcoming election on Saturday. I know most of you, if not all, are aware of the broadcast did by the president of the country, Muhammad Buhari, with regards to the candidacy of the APC governorship candidate, Senator Aisha Binani. The president had, in that broadcast, called upon Adamawa people to elect her and emphasize that he, as the president, and the party and the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria are by her. Ordinarily, we would have no problem with such broadcast because the president is at liberty to support the candidate of his political party. But the fallout of the broadcast is adversely affecting the credibility and integrity of the election in the following manner. First, it has turned the candidate of the APC in Adamawa State, as far as this election is concerned, into the Lord of the Manor. She seemed to be the only candidate that all the federal agencies are leaning towards. We have seen the security agencies are at her beck and call, NBC at her beck and call, and INEC officials at her beck and call. We have it for a fact, her meetings with these agencies, virtually directing how they should conduct their affairs. We have on record 4 different meetings she held, especially with INEC officials, with SPOs, with RATEX, and other INEC officials. Now, in these meetings, although we do not have the details of these meetings, but from the sketchy reports coming to us, she seemed to have directed the postings of returning election officers, presiding officers, and so on of INEC. And you know, RATEX, they are the officers of INEC that control the beavers. Now, if the candidate of a political party will be given such access to the officials that conduct this election, then there's a huge problem. And also, more devastating is that INEC itself, after 6 months of Senator Binani emerging as the candidate of the APC, she was awarded by INEC a contract for the production of governorship result sheets. Now, a governorship candidate is being awarded contract to produce governorship result sheets. Although the contract is to the tune of over 434 million naira. Now, 2 things are involved here. One, even though Adamawa is not included in the list of those states in which she was given contract to produce governorship result sheets, but the fact that she is producing governorship result sheets give her insight and access into the workings of INEC and into the production and distribution of INEC's sensitive materials. This is a huge advantage given unto her by INEC itself. Secondly, 400 million naira given to her by INEC is a huge financial advantage to her over other candidates. And it was done 6 months after she emerged as the governorship candidate of the APC. Now, if we really are talking about free and fair election, is this fair? Can INEC say that she's been fair to us candidates of other political parties by one, giving access to one of our candidates giving access of officials of one of our candidates, officials of INEC, and then giving her money to the tune of more than 400 million naira. So this means that the election of Adamawa State had already been compromised by INEC itself long before the election is conducted. And the fact that the president made this broadcast had tilted all agencies towards her. As we speak now, a lot of my things have been denied from being broadcast by many radio stations and television stations in Adamawa State. I have that for a fact. I call each and every general manager of radio station, the 4 radio stations here, and they all tell me that it's NBC. NBC's regulations denied this broadcast, denied this transmission, and so on. And there is nothing in the things that I raise that had anything to do, with breaching of NBC courts. And I called Mustafa, the NBC director in Adamawa State, whom I know for a long period of time. But it's just a long altercations here and there. I will say, he will say. So I came to the conclusion that there is absolutely nothing I can do for my programs, to be carried by the local radio and television stations on account of NBC's breaching of NBC's court. So how can I? One, we have been denied free access to dissemination of information. 2, we are being denied free level playing ground by the security agencies. And 3, we are being, the candidate is being given advantage in having access to INEC workings, and then giving financial advantage over us. So how can, and by the same agency that is conducting the election, INEC itself. So how can we say that this election is free and fair? Then also, many of you know that she is going around saying that even the rec, that she brought the rec through the Minister of Education, that she brought the rec, and she's been bragging over this. Then there is also the video clip in which she said in full day that even Wutcha, we will be jumped at Governor Tido, meaning that even by stealing, we will steal this government. We have the video clips, all of you have the video clips. And she's in the same video clip, she said that all she wants is for INEC to declare her as a governorship candidate. And then she will, the governorship candidate, the governor-elect, and the rest, she will handle it. So where do we really stand on issues of this nature? So I am calling the attention of the world to know that the APC governorship candidate is being backed by the federal government, invariably through the announcement by Mr. President, or then by the agencies of government that conduct this election, the 3 critical agencies, the security agencies, the NBC, and then the Electoral Commission itself. And we have seen here where at one swoop, she distributed 90 vehicles worth over $1 billion naira, 90 vehicles worth over $1 billion naira, which contravenes even the Electoral Act, which puts the limit of expenditure for governorship at $1 billion naira. So, gentlemen, we have to put a stop to this kind of politics, or else Adamawa State is just going to find itself in a logjam, and our politics, will be derailed. Already, INEC has credibility issue arising from the presidential election, the outcome of the presidential election. We were hoping that INEC would use the next coming governorship and House of Assembly elections, to at least rectify this poor image. But unfortunately, it seems that we are going from frying pan to fire. So I think this is something that is of critical it's very critical to our election, and it needs to be brought to the fore before the war. That's why we call for this press conference. And we are holding this press conference. Here with me is myself as the candidate of the SDP, and my colleague here is the candidate of the YPP, and this is my Director General, and
Secretary.
This is the State Secretary of YPP. And we also have the authority to hold this conference and speak on behalf of the PRP candidate and also of the AA candidate. So it's 4 of us. Both of them are out of town campaigning. I should be in Gire now, but I had to stay back to hold this press conference.
I should also be in Numa.
Yes, so we will not accept this this kind of politics being played.
This political gimmick.
Sir, by this now, are you telling us that already the Saturday election has been compromised? Can you tell us categorically?
Of course, the Saturday election have been compromised. However, that doesn't mean that the Saturday election is going to be won by APC. The state of desperation of the APC candidate, knowing full well that she is not accepted in the state, virtually the entire Muslim community in the state is not going to vote for her, and she knows it. And that is why she's been distributing so much, disbursing an enormous amount of money, materials, and other things for her to distribute and give out 90 vehicles, some of them brand new vehicles, to tells you the state of her desperation to win this election or to become governor. Because she will not win this election, whatever she does. Adamawa people have clearly come out to reject her, and she knows it. And on Saturday, the election will show. However, she wants to turn the election into just a write-off, that let them write her name, whether or not she wins, and that the federal government is with her, the president is with her, INEC is with her, the security agencies are with her, NBC is with her, everybody is with her. So there is not a damn thing that she can do, that we can do. So, and given what the upper hand she got at the Court of Appeal on the case of the primaries, she thinks that she can also make do with the judiciary at the tribunal. All she wants, let her be declared the governor-elect, whether or not she wins fair and square.
Okay, sir. Are you saying that by this statement you are passing a vote of no confidence on the electoral process?
As it is, I think so, because if the process had been, because if INEC didn't want her, or if INEC had been fair, unbiased, INEC wouldn't have empowered her with 400 million naira. With the contract. If really, truly, INEC is, does not tilt towards her, INEC would not. Why didn't INEC give me the contract?
Myself.
Why didn't INEC give anybody the contract? Why only her has been given the contract? And the contract is on the production of result sheet of governorship, not production of result sheet for president, not production of result sheet for House of Assembly, Senate, or House of Representatives, but on governorship, the very position that she's contesting for.
That she's vying for.
So would you call for the cancellation of the...
No. I wouldn't call for the cancellation of the election my call is onto the people of Adamawa State.
To determine.
Let the people of Adamawa State know the extent of desperation of APC and the candidates to take over this state by hook or crook, as she herself said in that press interview, where she said, "Ko wuja." That is, where even to steal, all she knows is about stealing. All her strength is in stealing, and she said so herself. We said that she stole money from UBEC. She didn't deny it. I said it on the media. She didn't deny it. 50 billion naira, was what Sahara reporters wrote of her. She didn't deny it. Then now she further confirmed about her stealing propensity by saying even stealing, they will have to steal this election, but that she must be governor. You have the clip, don't you? You have seen the clip. Thank you very much. So there is nothing we are saying that she didn't say. It isn't it?
Yes. Actually, the parties that are involved in this press conference, one, the host is Dr. Abdo, the gubernatorial candidate of SDP, myself, the gubernatorial candidate, Dr. Engineer Musa Maigana, gubernatorial candidate of YPP, in the same vein, with the consent of Commando Baba Inna, the gubernatorial candidate of PRP, and then the Engineer Suleiman Santraki Adamawa, the gubernatorial candidate of AA.
That's 4.
Yes, 4 of us.
Suleiman Santraki.
Yes. And that's why, in addition, we are going to ensure that all our agents for these 4 political parties will remain resolute to see that whatsoever result produced, they should snap it in favor of all of us, so that no hanky-panky will be done. So, and we urge them